If you're hitting your clear short, then you're giving your opponents tons of free smashes, and that's where amateurs lose most of their points. The first mistake most people are making that are preventing them from hitting it consistently all the way to the back is that they're not using the right grip. Franklin, do you even know what the right grip is? Yeah? You have like the same mistake that everyone has. Do you know what that is? No. You have the claw grip.
Oh, shoot.
One reason that a lot of you guys aren't hitting to the back, or you're hitting sometimes too far and too close, because you're not using the proper grip, which loses control. So the proper grip is coming in with the handshake. Why is this important? Because by coming in like this, you see our wrist and our forearm can pronate and rotate freely and open. That means we can swing small, we can swing big. We have options in our control, right? So if you come up with a claw grip like this, if you hold it like this, I'll exaggerate a little bit more, right? Do you see how little my wrist can move? It moves like 20 degrees. So how are you gonna control your shot? You either hit it this light, or if you wanna use more power, then you have to start swinging hard and differently and it just messes up. So step number one, correct grip, so that you can have proper range of motion for control of your clear. Are you here with us? You look like you're in another dimension.
I'm here.
Repeat what I said.
Claw grip equals less control and less power.
Okay, let me show that to you.
All right.
So the claw grip, technically, if I just swing normal, that's all the power I can generate because I have so little range of motion. You see that it's just throwing out there? If I do want to hit it all the way back, I have to start using my whole body to hit it to the back, which is very inconsistent. Now, handshake grip, on the other hand, gives me so much range of motion. I can swing small, swing big, and it'll let me control perfectly how far to hit. Look, swing small and I'll just hit shorter, right? Swing small, just shorter. And then swing bigger is just further. I'm not using any more of my body. I'm just letting my arm open up more and my wrist open up more with the correct grip. Wanna give that a try, Franklin? Open up more. Yeah. Nice, beautiful. The second reason why you're not consistently hitting to back is swing path. Right now, we're going from the most foundational skills to the most advanced skills. But even you, Franklin, you don't have the foundational skills.
Shoot.
What we need to fix right now is your swing path, okay? A lot of people, when they have bad swing path, they do a very choppy swing. But just like throwing a ball, we want a nice, big, smooth, and straight swing path. Right now, you're a chop master. We don't want chop master, okay? You know what chop master means?
No.
It means the bird's coming here, and then you're doing like this. You're like T-Rex. It's part of your clothing. You're like a T-Rex chop master, okay?
Right.
We want big, open, pronate, and full swings all the way through.
Got it.
Okay, I'll show you a quick example and then you give it a try. This is chop master, you see? You can call it chop master or shrimp master. Feels like I'm a shrimp, right? Now, this is open, big, swing through playing, okay? Adding in tip number one, opening our pronation, and then swinging through all the way. So following a line on our swing. So open, swing through. Very effortless. Right, open. It's like I'm throwing a ball, but I don't even have to use any energy. Come give it a try. Okay, swing through. So you're not doing like finishing like this, okay? You're going all the way through. You're throwing a ball. Yeah, good. That was good. Nice and relaxed. Yeah, no tension. Beautiful. Tip number three. Guess what it is?
Positioning?
No. Wait, what did you say?
Positioning?
Kind of. Contact point.
Oh, contact.
So the problem, what do you think most amateur players make when they're doing contact play?
They take it too low. So it's like instead of hitting here, they hit it here.
What? Show me again. Come here.
So instead of like hitting it like up high like here,
Okay.
they get it late and hit it like here.
Both of your demos were so wrong.
Ah, shoot.
First of all, I'm gonna just show facing forward here. Your right demo, you're like, oh, instead of hitting high over here, first of all, your high one was already so wrong. Do you see your arm? You're like, bum bum. This is straight. This is high. What is this? So high, first of all, this is the problem you're making. Your high is like this, zigzag, right? You're hitting it like this. High needs to be like this. That's why we talked about throw in the second point. Second of all, when you get it late under pressure, it's not like here. You're bending back and your arm is still straight.
Oh.
It's always straight on every shot. It's not the later you're throwing a ball, you start to throw it like from here. Why do you do that? If you're leaning back, you still have to release it through. Okay, Franklin, so what I don't want to see is any arm bending, okay? So that's why we're talking point 1 and 2, the importance of throwing out. By throwing out, it releases onto the highest contact point, okay? So we want to make sure we're doing a relaxed throw onto high contact point. Relax, throw. We're throwing out. Okay, give it a try. Yeah, good. Don't even add any power to it. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, just relax. Okay, one more. That one's not a throw. Practice throwing. Yeah, that was perfect. That adds a lot of deception as well. Now, our last point is going to be the most important point where we put everything together. But before that, you have to learn this essential tip, which is footwork and rotation. So, footwork and positioning, it all ties back to our original concept of how do we get the most relaxed and consistent throw on our arm, right? So, if our body is not turning, then our swing can't go all the way through, right? Even if we don't move our feet and we just turn half of our body, that's already more through. Now imagine if we turn all of our body, then we have the full swing through. And if you ever want control, you have to think about the bigger something is, the more control you have. Let's say you had a badminton racket, like the length of this badminton court, right? And then you have a badminton racket that's like 1 inch long, okay? So if I wanted to line up my badminton racket into the center here, and it was super long, I have a bigger lever, right? So when levers are bigger, it's often more stable on the motion. So when I want to stop, it's easier to stop in the center. When something is super short, even if it's the same weight, the lever is super small. So it's really easy to move inconsistently and too fast. So it's easy to miss your mark. That's why when we do control, we always want bigger levers. And adding in our footwork is going to give us a bigger lever. I'm going to add in rotation of my body with my footwork to give a bigger lever on my swing. And still that soft throw. See, turn, throw, turn, throw. Remember, your footwork is helping you turn your body, okay? So you can throw all the way through. What? Throw.
Yes, throw.
No? I don't know where you learned that from. Wonder what animal you were in the past life. Editor, please insert animal you thought Franklin was in his past life. It's good. Your arms are good. I want your body to turn more too. Okay, relax. Nice. Still a little bit too snappy. I would like it a little bit more even, but it is a better rotation.
All right.
Okay. Lastly, the most important part. How do you put it together in a game, right? Because right now, all you've been doing is standing in the center and clearing. But what does that look like in a game? Let me show you on court. When we're playing in a game, we're never almost hitting like this, and it's a high serve. We're always coming from the right side or from the left side. Now, how do we apply these 4 things that we learn to any position we're in? Well, what's the first thing we learned? The first thing we learned was opening up our arm by using the proper grip, right? So in this position, if we open up our arm, we can have more swing space, right? Same for in this position, opening up more swing space. This even applies to backhand as well. If you have the wrong grip, your swing is small. Right grip, more swing space. Our second thing was what?
Throwing it.
Yes, okay, good. Throwing it. Same thing over here. When you hit, throw it out. Okay, even backhand, when you hit, throw it out. Third thing?
Rotation?
No, that was the 4th thing.
Oh, shoot.
Contact point.
Contact.
Okay, contact point. Now, when it's to the side, you don't always need highest contact point, but you need furthest contact point. Even if it's behind you, this is one big problem you make in all your games. You hit it so close to your body, you have no room to swing. How can you throw out like this? What you want ideally is extended reach so that you can still throw out your entire arm. Even for backhand, extend all the way so you can throw out your entire arm, okay? And then fourth point is rotation. Now, when you're on defensive, you can't do this turn as much, but it's important to hit and have your body come back so that your swing can follow through. Do you think you can do this?
I think I
Let me
got
show
it.
you first, or you got it?
I got it.
And if you don't got it,
I'll do whips.
whips?
Whips.
Okay, like ass whips. Okay, side to side. Put all those things together where you're focusing on throwing and following your shot as relaxed as possible. So no sudden bursts, okay? Relaxed throw. Very good. This side. Relaxed throw. Too bursty. Burst is not control. I want to see you slow-mo throw. This side again. Slow-mo. Okay, again one more. Slow-mo. Yeah, that one's really good. Hit it as slow as you can. No, it's so, you know, right? Slow. Good, yeah, effortless. It needs to be so effortless. Yeah, effortless, effortless. Effortless. Okay, a little bit close to the wall, but not bad. These are the 5 steps to hitting solid clears to prevent getting smashed from our opponents all the time. Are you part of our YouTube memberships?
Maybe.
Do you know what it is?
I think so.
What is it?
You subscribe and you get bonus stuff.
No, man. It's if